found the YouTube.
Yeah, I feel stretched out. I feel limber.
Vodka no limit. Watching me on Pornhub, Siberia, Paris transit. I like Kazakhstan. I like Maria and Juan. Do you like my pretty pussy? Direct Instagram. Oh, my friend, come to Russia for weekend. Oh, my friend, narcotic, don't forget. Johnny in Kamazan race. LSD Sputnik to space. If you like romantic games, I'm sitting on your face.
Yo, it's Artemi's bread basket. We're here. We're not queer. Great day for living, I guess. April 6th, 2020 of our Lord and Savior, Artemi Panarin. What a game. We're doing this directly after the Rangers win 8-4 against the Pittsburgh Penguins, the pesky Penguins, because we've been struggling against them all year.
I'm kind of speechless, to be honest with you, after like what we just watched. I was not expecting to want to do a podcast tonight.
Right.
After playing the Penguins, I forgot that we were playing them. And then when I looked at, I looked pre-game and I'm like, oh, it's the Penguins. Yeah, this is going to be a rough one. It's not going to be pretty. And honestly, it wasn't really pretty.
No, I mean, listen, this team is a legit roller coaster of emotions. Like, you don't know what you're going to get from period to fucking period with them. Yeah. Granted, listen, we won 8-4, right? We jizzed on their faces. Not literally, figuratively, poetically, we've jizzed on their faces. And,
poetic license.
8 fucking goals. You can't really complain about it, but there were sloppy times. The first period, we did look. It's just inconsistent, and I guess it's hockey, right? Like, you're not always gonna have like 60 minutes of like perfect hockey.
It's not just hockey; it's the team, right? The team is a young team. This is what you should expect. Everybody says this is what we have to expect with, half the defensemen are like rookies. You got a bunch of 20-something-year-olds, teenagers playing on forward.
Right.
But like, I mean, I sent you that snapshot from StatTrick, the website with the advanced metrics. I mean,
I don't know what any of that shit means, man.
If you don't see the final score, you think we got bludgeoned.
Right.
Honestly. What does it mean? It means they dominated us in possession, so they held on to the puck more than we did, and they dominated us in chances and click. I think
they had like 40 shots.
They had 40
or a little bit more.
45 shots.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I don't understand how Shesterkin wasn't one of the 3 stars. Not that it matters, but I mean, the guy was.
I guess because he gave up 4 goals, but he still had over 900.
Even 4 goals, but like he had half of those 40 shots were like high percent chances. He keeps playing good, man. He's playing amazing. But our Lord and Savior Artemi is.
I love him.
Not even from this world, right? I mean,
can't take it how much I love him. I can't take it.
He is a Marvel. He is a Marvel superhero come to life, and all he wants to do is score goals and save the Ranger fan base.
He literally looks like he's playing slower than everybody, but he's just actually sees the game way slower than everybody. You know what I mean?
That's what he's got. Like he does not look like he's moving at like a quick pace, right? His mind is moving fast, not his legs.
He's a wizard, though. He's a wizard of the game. I don't know how to explain it. He's so fucking good. And, if he wanted to, he probably would score 45 fucking goals. Like, if he just shot like a maniac.
Right. If he decided to, he loves to make plays, as much as he loves to score goals, he loves to set people up.
Right.
Which is why I think like he's such like a love. One of the reasons he's so loved on the team. Let me tell you something. You know who's really quiet tonight? Who I haven't heard anything from on the Ranger Twitterverse?
Who's that?
All the Quinn haters.
Oh, well,
have you seen anything? Yeah. I mean, on a night where you got a goal for Kakko, a goal for Laugh, you're giving them a mad ice time. Even Kravtsov was out there a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you got nothing. I know he's fourth line, whatever. I was kind of critical of him moving him down to the fourth line. I don't think he played him. I don't think he played that poorly.
Everyone was freaking out when they saw Blackwell top 6 on Artemi's line. I don't care what anyone says before this game. So was I. I wrote my first fucking thing. What do the lines look like? Blackwell top 6 is crazy. I love him, but it's crazy. Before the game started, I wrote that.
Yeah, me too. I texted you. I said, this is crazy. What are these lineups? I can't believe. What is this guy? This guy is just making our job a lot harder to defend him. You know what I mean? Right. He boosted Blackwell up. He took Kakko off a line that we loved, Like it was moving and grooving.
Yeah.
You know, Panarin, Strome, Kako. I loved it. You put Blackwell there, dropped Kako. Then by dropping Kako, you're dropping Kravtsov. And you got Kravtsov on the fourth line. You want to give this kid some minutes because he looked all right. Like in the
He
last
did
game,
not look lost at all.
no, he didn't look lost, and he almost scored the game. What would have been the game-winning goal in that game that we lost against the Sabres, which was
I wrote some shit
disaster.
about Crafts. He had a nice forecheck. He did not look out of place. I wrote that. Like, he looked okay for fourth line, like grinder minutes, basically. Like,
Yeah, he made. I saw him. You know, he looks like he's always in the right place for the most part. Little maybe he's like a little nervous out there, a little tentative. You know, he's not. You know, maybe he's gripping the stick or whatever. But like he looks like he knows what he wants. He's giving you effort, and he looks like a threat out there, especially on the fourth line.
Kako 2 points, pretty good.
Yeah, he's really good.
Yeah,
really
listen,
good.
they played. I mean, 8 fucking goals. Like, Strome is putting up points like crazy. Is Strome good? Is he good? Answer the question.
So. I would say so. I mean, he proved that like when Panarin was out, right? Panarin was out for an extended period of time. Yeah, he did it then, and he's continuing. What did he do? Like everybody got on him for the first 6-7 games of the season. All right, the whole team stunk those first games. Yeah, and ever since then, he's playing like a borderline top center on the team. You know, borderline for 1C.
Without
question. They got right now. It's 1A, 1B. To be honest with you, between him and Mika.
Mika's doing work too, bro. Mika's doing work. He plays such good fucking defense. I know people hate on that. Like, they don't think of that really, but
no, he's so good. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a legit question. If Mika does not get COVID right before the season starts, you know, he misses training camp, you know, he comes over, he can't, and then God knows what he had, what like it threw him off, right? Obviously,
sure.
If he doesn't get COVID, and if Artemi doesn't get involved in like a freaking international hit job with his, you know, motherland,
not a fucking geopolitical fucking player, Artemi.
Is this team like a legit playoff team, like a locked-in playoff team, like one of the top 3 in the division?
Listen,
I mean,
first 2 weeks more, the first month and a half of the season, there was like crazy drama going on with D'Angelo too, with a bunch of shit. People were hurt. I mean,
D'Angelo, I forgot about D'Angelo. So
would they have won like another 2-3 games to make it like super tight with everybody out, like Philly and Bruins, which Bruins beat Philly tonight? Yeah, probably. They would probably.
I feel like you're definitely competing with, you know, like we're still competing right now with Boston for that 4th slot, but they got a couple of games in hand. I think they have a little bit of an easier schedule. I think they have to play the Sabres a lot more than we do. I think they haven't played them a bunch yet. So
what's going to be nice is those last 2 games against them in the season.
Right. That's going to be crazy. If it's still tight, like right now, I think it's like we're 3 games behind, 3 points behind, and they have like a game in hand, something like that. We're like right there. If it's still tight at the end of the season, that's going to make for some nice drama. It's gonna be pretty sick. And you know, we've been brawling. Those games have been brawls, all out brawls. So
I know
if there's going to be a playoff berth on the line,
it's
going to be sick. I think we might need to like live cast it or whatever the hell you want to say. I don't know.
What? Say it again.
I think we may need to do like a live cast.
I'm down. I'm 100% down.
Something. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Maybe there will be karate. So the Boston Bruins are 20-10-6. They have 46 points with 36 played. We are 18-5-5, 41 points with 38 games played. So yeah, it's tough. I mean, it's not easy.
It's not easy, really. And like I said, we have a couple of games against them, but they do have a lot of games, I think, against the Sabres still, which is going to be obviously it's going to be in their favor.
Listen, you can also think of it like this, right? They have 2 extra games that they got to slam into like the next 4.5-5 weeks. You know, it's not easy on the body. You know, what's his face got hurt, didn't start today. Was it DeBrusque or McAvoy?
But that's another thing. So, you know, injuries are like part of the game, this and that, but you never know. Like you keep this tight, this race, and you don't know if an outbreak happens. You know, you're not rooting for it, but like if an outbreak happens,
Vancouver, what's going on? 18 players have it.
Exactly. So something like what's happening with them. I mean, they're not playing their games. But if you get a couple of your key players out for an extended period of time, you know, that could throw the team off. It could derail them a little bit, just enough for the Rangers to squeak by.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I'm down for them to keep grinding and like make it a race or whatever. And it's like what happened last year. They started off fucking slow as shit, and then they picked it up towards the end. and we're playing pretty well towards the end. You gotta say the last month they've been playing pretty good. Like, all right, they haven't won 8 in a row or whatever, but they've won the majority of their games.
We can't get on a winning streak for some reason. Like if we had just done what we were supposed to and sweep the mini series against the Sabres, we would be on a nice little 4 or 5 game. It would be a 4-game win streak right now. It would be really nice. It's tough to do though when you're playing all these teams back to back, and you don't have you're the youngest team in the league. These kids, they're gonna play a game like this tonight. They win 8-4. You got like 8 different guys scoring, which was insane. I think it was the first time they did it in 11 years. They said, and then you're gonna see, and the next game is gonna be. It's not gonna be what tonight was.
Yeah, it's feast or famine, most likely, right? Like we're gonna grind it out and win, hopefully 3-2, 2-1, whatever.
Right.
Yeah, I mean that's what it. I don't want to say it's a problem with the Rangers that they're streaky, but
it's just streaky. It's a product of their youth, dude. I think as this team matures, as soon as Eichel is centering the first line, we're gonna see a little bit of a different team.
But that top 6 isn't that young.
No, the top 6 isn't, but I mean, part of that top 6. I mean, if let's say Blackwell's not part of your top 6, you still got Kakko.
All right, Kakko's the one
young.
Strom's
your third line center is super young. Half your defensemen are super young. Right. Your goalie is a rookie. So
the funny thing is, our young defensemen are the ones who are pretty consistent.
Right.
Keandre make a couple of mistakes here and there, lingering today with the 2 penalties.
To be honest, Keandre, he made a couple of mistakes, but he made a lot of standout plays, dude. He has that long stick, and when a couple of plays, these guys ran into him without seeing him, and he's a brick house.
He's huge,
fucking landing on their backs. He doesn't even budge either. He just stands there and their ass on the ice.
There was one point. I don't know what happened in the first period, but Kreider ends up. It's after the Panarin power play goal. Kreider ends up there's a little skirmish or whatever in front of the net or something, and Kreider comes and bumps the shit out of, I think, number 8 on Pens. And he's just got this deadpan fucking psycho killer face. I write, where is it? Where the fuck is it? Oh, Kreider would wear a human's face as a mask for fun. He's a fucking psycho, dude. For sure, he's a psycho.
And the more of these weird skills that come out about Kreider, the more I'm convinced that he has some deep dark secrets.
Oh yeah.
Don't tell me he plays another fucking instrument, all right? He plays the violin, the piano.
The violin also.
He jumps out of a pool without a running start. It's insane.
What a beast. Yeah, he's legit. I like Kreider. He's gonna be our captain.
So what do you think about the young gun line? The little babies.
Listen, they played good today, bro. They played solid. And they didn't look lost. I mean, listen, Quinn definitely tries to not play them against top lines. If you notice that. Because I saw them, he didn't double shift Mika's line, but Panarin's line was out there, and then Crosby's line came out. And instead of throwing the number 3 line out, he threw Mika back in and their line. Even though Mika's good and he's playing great, he's a great 2-way player. He's getting dominated on the draws against Sid, which I get. Whatever, it's Sid, right? I mean,
yeah, it's fine. I'll take it. I'll accept it.
But he does kind of try to, and it was 3-1 at that point. So he kind of tries to, I don't say baby them or protect them or whatever.
Yeah,
I'm sure he's a little worried about his job too. But
listen, that's his job, is to get the right matchups out there. I mean, you don't want to expose them, right? That's the word, right? You don't want to expose them against a line like Crosby's line. That line is crazy. They were they were on the broadcast. They were saying how many goals each member of that line has. It's like 18, 16, 16. It's they are a lethal line. No Malkin tonight, right? So they're not playing with the full team. But that team is crazy good on the transition. I felt anytime there was a turnover in the neutral zone or by their blue line, they were sniping it to the other. They were
they were fucking shutting down the
pushing it to the other end. I mean, for odd man rushes.
Yeah, they were shutting it down.
That was one of the most uncomfortable 8-3, 8-4 games I've ever watched.
No, seriously, because there was a point where they were buzzing fucking the Penguins. They were fucking playing well. Like you said, there was 7 minutes there. I think I want to say it was a second period.
The second period where we like had only 2 shots on goal for the first 15 minutes.
Yeah. And they're just peppering Igor.
Igor's standing tough, man.
If he stays healthy and he's able to start like 50 games a year, I'm not saying be like Hank and play 65 games a year, right? I'm not saying to be like superhuman, but if he can play 50, 55 games a year and he stays healthy, he will legit be elite.
If he stayed healthy this year, I think he's in the running with Kaprizov for the Rookie of the Year, dude, for the Calder.
Sure, I think it's probably you could definitely make the argument.
He is, he had a couple, he had a little bit of a slow start at the beginning of the season, but if it wasn't for that injury, he was eventually going to catch heat the way he was hot last year at the end, during his little run there.
Yeah,
that run is what got us into the play-in tournament.
Yeah,
where he got really hot at the end of the season.
Yeah, but then he got hurt with him and Booch fucking doing coke in their Ferrari or whatever. Fucking wrapping their Ferrari around the fucking pole like or Lamborghini, fucking maniacs.
They were just taking shots of Russian vodka. There was no coke to be
just going 100 in a Lambo.
Yeah, in Brighton. So
yeah, second period I wrote like the kids line. They're grinding great shift because they had that super long shift that ended up with Lafreniere's goal. At the end of that shift, it was a long shift. It was like over a minute and a half maybe.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
they played really well and they got the goal there. Kakko's good.
It was just that Hedl. The only thing I think the only negative that line had was when Hedl didn't make it to the red line. He dumped it in. They called an icing on him, and they were gassed. And then they right off the face-off they scored.
Yeah.
And at that point, I'm like, what are we doing here? Well, it was like 5-3, I think, or 6-3. I just wanted to relax.
Right. Yeah, I mean, and also you have Micheletti the whole fucking time saying like, you can really come back, the Penguins, and you're like, all right, shut up, like
that they're an explosive team. And I'm like watching it. It's like 6-2 Rangers are like scoring on every chance they get, and he's talking about how explosive.
Yeah, like stressing me out, this guy. Also, P.S. And I know you love him.
Talk me.
But where did I write it? My guy, Sam Rosen has no idea what's happening, and it's kind of funny. Because remember that like they were buzzing the fucking Pens, and then Mika and Bush had a breakaway, and Mika made a nice pass back to Bush, and Bush shot it, and Smith made a great save. Sam Rosen was fucking lost. He didn't know what the fuck was going on, bro. He didn't know where that puck was. He knew nothing that was happening at any moment there.
Dude, that's like a running joke, right? Everybody knows that. Like excuse me, that's not Kreider. That's not Kreider. That's Buchnevich, that whole thing. I mean, he's been doing that for a while now. I don't know how old he is. He's got to be in his 80s. He's been doing this for 30 years.
Oh, man, yeah.
He's an old guy. He's doing this in the middle of COVID. Give him a break.
Hockey's fast as fuck. He does football. Football's not as fast.
Football, yeah, I could see you doing football for a while. I feel like in hockey, you got to be super sharp. I don't know how he does it, to be honest with you. I don't know how he still does it. Like, I wake up and
I get it. He's definitely close to 80 for sure.
I mean, I don't know. You got to try. Like, you got to track everything. You got to know. You got to memorize the other team's numbers, and like the passing is so fast. Like, that game is so fast. I don't know how an 80-year-old is doing something like that, to be honest with you. But the day that he quits,
he's 73.
73. He looks 80.
Listen, I mean, hockey's hard, right? Like,
he got a great voice, though. Come on, tell me his voice is not.
I completely compare, especially compared to all the other, like the Islander guy and the Devils guy.
The Islander and the Devils guys.
The Devil guys
not want to watch hockey. They make me not want to watch the
Dano.
game.
I like Dano because he's like a monster. Like
the one that squeals like a pig when they.
Yeah, that's the play-by-play guy. That's the Devils play-by-play guy. But Dano, the color guy, who used to be like
Danico. Yeah,
bro. I like him because he sounds literally like Andre the Giant.
He was a beast when he was a player. Like he was tough as nails. But
other guys aren't that bad. But yeah, Sam Rosen is better because he's just a wacko. He's not a wacko, but
I don't know who's gonna take over when he's gone. Like maybe who's it? Don LaGreca does it on the radio.
Ooh, I haven't heard Don LaGreca. I like.
He's all right. He's all right. He's not bad. But it's not like
I wouldn't be opposed to that.
I mean, if I'm forced into it, like if Sam Rosen, like I think he's gonna die in the booth, bro. I don't think he really wants to stop.
No, why would he?
And I don't think the Rangers care. Like, it's one of those things that's like, all right, it's cute that he is so bad at it now at this point, like that he can't keep up anymore. It's kind of cute because he can still kind of do his job, and people can just enjoy every time he mistakes.
It's like John Sterling, like how John Sterling is. Like they abuse John Sterling for
right.
It's
But
like
you can't,
hilarious.
like, can you imagine listening to it? I don't think you listen on the radio, but like every once in a while I'll be coming home from work late and Sterling is on, and it just sounds right. You know, it's like it's one of the things that it just feels right. Like you don't want it to change.
Yeah, like I love when he interrupts Susan, like when Susan's saying something in the 2-0 pitch, you know?
Do you feel I get the feel like he can't stand it, to be honest.
Oh yeah, he definitely hates Susan probably fucking hates him.
But they probably hate each other, right?
Oh yeah, no doubt about it, bro.
It's really funny because like every once in a while he like she'll say something like some like really weird stat like out of left field, and he's just like, yeah, he just gives her a one-word answer. He's just like, he doesn't give a shit. Yeah. Anyway.
So yeah, Sam Rosen's going senile. He's not. I'm just joking. I hope people don't get offended, but I don't give a fuck, to be completely frank with you. He does have great calls, especially compared to the other guys. Like the Islander guys are okay. I like Butch Goring. He's good. He's like a good color guy.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like 72, and he's like svelte, bro. That guy looks like he'll fuck you up right now.
Yeah, he's like, actually pretty good. I don't mind him either.
Their play-by-play guy's good too, but it just sounds like any play-by-play guy. There's no like distinctive thing. Like at least
there's
the Devil
nothing
guy,
special.
He's got like the squeal, you know, like that.
Yeah.
Squeals like a girl. Yeah, I hate it, bro. I hate it.
I can't stand it, to be honest with you. It makes him seem like also like not having a really good play-by-play guy kind of makes you look like a shitty franchise, to be honest with you. Like it feels like they just got a guy that does college games, right, to fill in. You know what I mean? Like that's what I feel like Sam Rosen's fill-in will at, and like everybody will hate it until he comes back. Yeah,
I feel like it's probably the Greca, my guess. Just like how Michael K.
He's been doing it for a while now. You know, Kenny Albert's pretty good too, but I don't know what his commitment is. Like he does a lot of stuff. Like I think he does every sport.
Yeah,
I think he does.
You know who's not bad? He was not an NHL guy. Tirico. Mike Tirico was good.
Yeah, Mike Tirico has a great voice.
He was good. He did a couple of them. He's fucking solid.
Is he going to be doing? Oh, he's NBC Tirico, right? He's not ESPN anymore.
No.
All right, so they're gonna. I wonder who they're gonna be bringing in the booth for the.
They mentioned
ESPN broadcasts. Did they mention somebody?
Some old school guy that they had on ESPN. I don't remember what his name was. He did fight on Twitter like that, like hit me up or whatever. I think Barry Melrose is still at fucking ESPN. They're still cutting him checks, amazingly.
I mean, are they giving? Like, is he going to be doing games, or is he just going to be doing?
No, it's another guy. It wasn't Barry Melrose. I think he's going to be doing like NHL Tonight or whatever, like that version of it. You know that they're going to be poaching people from NBC and shit, because if NBC ends up having half the games, they're not going to be able to pay all these people to be, you know, analysts and play-by-play people and all that. Like, they're definitely going to poach some crew from that.
Yeah.
I'm excited. It's going to be solid on ESPN. So what are the takeaways, final takeaways from this game? Just sloppy?
It's a sloppy game.
I mean, they scored 8 goals. You can't be bitches about
I know. I'm not gonna bitch. I'm not bitching at all. It was such a fun game to watch. I mean, you're not gonna play the way they played tonight on Thursday and win. That's what I think. Like they're not gonna convert on, 25 shots. They're not gonna get 8 goals. You know what I mean? That's crazy.
Right.
Like
yeah, that's
the shooting percentage was whatever it was, 50, 30, 40%, whatever the hell it was, and tighten it up. I don't know if Igor is going to play again. You think you're giving Igor the start again, right? Or are they going to rest him?
I don't know. He had 2 days off, right?
It's not back to back. You got the
2 days off, and he's getting tomorrow off again.
Where's Georgie right now?
What do you mean? He's probably back. And Kate's probably on the Texas squad.
You think so? I didn't see who was on the bench today.
It's got to be Georgie,
because the last backup start went to Kincaid. I think when they gave Igor a rest.
Really?
I believe so. Yeah. It's been a couple of games, but I think the last start went to Kincaid.
No, it's Georgie.
Anyway, Georgie should be back. I don't want this three-goalie rotation.
He's on the tax squad.
All right. I don't want Kravtsov. I would love to see Kravtsov get bumped up a little.
Yeah, move Blackwell. I know Blackwell got the first goal, and now we can't bitch about him.
Can we bring Gauthier back into the lineup? I mean, what is going on?
I'm Gauthier, dude. I want him. I know he's young, and
I was just gonna say that. I don't want another repeat. Like, we found out that after I think the last episode we discussed the Brendan Lemieux trade, and obviously mostly that was to make room on the roster for Kravtsov coming over from Russia. But then we found out after we recorded that I think it was the next day that he asked out.
Yeah, he asked for a trade.
So his father is his agent.
Okay.
So I guess they said he wanted like some kind of a bigger role. Obviously he didn't have a huge role. He was getting scratched every once in a while. I mean, he's not great.
I'm not saying he's shitty.
He's a fourth liner. Wherever he's going to go, he's a fourth liner. You want your fourth line player to be like really good at one or two things. And he was good at getting under people's skin, and he was good at drawing penalties. And he wasn't even drawing that many penalties this year. But
does he have the potential to become like a grinding third liner? He's got enough speed and shit, maybe, if he gets the burn. But again, it's loaded with forwards in this fucking team. I understand why he wants out. If I'm Gauthier too, man, Gautier's got real deal skill, bro. And you could tell, like,
that's what I'm worried about.
He does have flashes where defense plays well. He plays well on defense also, Gauthier. So, yeah, I want out. Like, I'd want out.
Well, remember where did he come from? He came from Carolina, right? Yeah. And when he was at Carolina, I think that he was blocked over there too. So
I think he was in the AHL.
Yeah, he was. He was in the AHL, but he was blocked. There was like no way for him to get on the team because they were so stacked. They're a good team. They were a good squad.
They're so stacked. Hey, my friend, Carolina's fucking good.
So
sorry, I don't know why I got upset at you.
No, so what I'm saying is like it's basically a similar situation to what he was dealing with there, but here he's actually getting some burn. The thing is, he's getting up in age, right? He's like, what, 22, 23?
23.
He's 23 years old. So if he doesn't establish himself soon on an NHL team, I don't know. Like, he's going to get other chances for sure.
Like, bro, this guy scored in 44 games in 1920 in the AHL. He scored 26 goals.
Yeah,
that's legit, bro. And the year before that, he had 75 games, 27 goals. So there's a progression.
Listen, he could definitely play, and I felt like he was making he was creating a little mini Kreider light role on the team where he was driving to the net. He was, he's using his size, strength, and speed like the way that Kreider does. Like, he's not going to be Kreider, but he
don't think so?
No, I don't think so. But he can be somebody similar.
Honestly, I feel like he could score 25 goals in the NHL on a top six role, obviously.
You might be right. I mean, he has the speed, he has the strength, and I think he probably has better hands than even Kreider does, to be honest with you.
First round pick too. I mean, he needs to burn, bro. I mean, he's gonna go to Buffalo. That's where he's going. We all know it, right?
Well, if they send anything like a package, like you're telling me, I mean, we're going to become Buffalo just with Eichel. Where do we leave off?
We were saying we don't want to talk about. You don't want to talk about.
I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. These like
Eichel stuff,
mock trade things anymore. I'm done with them. This guy might be on. He might not even get traded. I don't know what's happening. I mean, the trade deadline's coming up already, right? It's what, a week from now?
Like a week away, next Tuesday, so 6 days. And also, who's definitely getting traded in Buffalo is Taylor Hall. He's already been healthy scratched today,
So they healthy scratched him, and I think
they won.
He's on everybody's. Like, they're linking him to who? They're linking him to the Leafs.
The Leafs are all over him. Like, everyone, like Steve Dangle's got his rocks hard for fucking Hall.
Who else would be? Islanders? Islanders could be. Yeah, that's right.
Islanders got the money because fucking Anders Lee got hurt. So their $7 million went to the LTIR because he's not coming back till next year. So they have $7 million to play with.
Right, and it's also when you trade for somebody at the deadline, I think it's prorated, right? So you're just paying.
Yeah, I think they split it.
You just need enough cap. You just need enough cap to fit that rest of the season under,
Right.
So yeah, they can make it work.
So they got the money. Hoffman is also. Palmieri was healthy scratch too. I don't know if he was healthy scratch today, so that means he's probably like the talks are hot and heavy with somebody with the Devils. It might be. I wouldn't be surprised if the Islanders went for Palmieri because they already traded last year for fucking Green.
You think they're going to trade within the same division?
They've done
I don't see why not, I guess, to be honest with you, because, I mean, the Devils just need pieces, right?
Palmieri's going to be a free agent. So who knows if they would re-sign him. They're just going to be picking him up for the push. And also,
right.
The Devils aren't in it. Like, so.
Right. They don't really care. They probably won't as long as they don't resign him, and they have to keep seeing him like year after year. You don't want to do that.
Well, Andy Green re-signed. I mean, Andy Green, I'm sure Lou Lamoriello liked him because Andy Green's been with the Devils forever, probably since Lou Lamoriello. So that's why. Because Lou Lamoriello signed Schneider, Corey Schneider, to be a third fucking goalie and play with his balls. I don't know what the fuck he does there. So you got to assume I wouldn't be shocked if he went after Palmieri, if he went after Sajak too, just for shits and giggles. Like next,
these guys just like going after players that they're familiar with. It's so annoying.
He gave Matt Martin a 4-year deal.
Yeah,
if Matt Martin stays healthy after his 4-year deal, he's gonna have 1,000 games.
That's crazy that he turned he turned it into that kind of a career.
Because what happened when Lamoriello left the Devils, he went to the Maple Leafs. He traded for Matt Martin.
How many fourth liners, like straight fourth liners from the start, from when they started to when they how many can say that they actually had 1,000 games?
Crazy
in their career. It's crazy that he had this kind of career. I mean, he's a solid, he's a solid fourth liner, but
but he's a bruiser, right? Like especially nowadays, how many guys can say that, right? Because everyone's saying fighting is fucking going away, blah blah blah, and all that.
Right.
Because he's legit. He stinks. He's not a good offensive player. He's just he's forechecks well and
right. So if fighting does go away, I mean, he's kind of useless. You're saying.
Yeah, but I don't see it ever going away. Even if it's never going to be take the opponent's fucking head off completely, you're going to still need some heavy guys, and also fourth liners stink anyway.
Right. I mean, you can get them anytime you need them. You can, every year you can try to. You're not going to pay them big money. You're not going to pay them term. You're just going to interchange them every offseason, whatever. And hope you get, hope you catch somebody like a Blackwell or like a PDG.
And the last guy for trading is Mike Hoffman because he's on $4 million with St. Louis, and St. Louis isn't playing well. So I wouldn't be shocked if I saw the Penguins go after him. Because it's not a ton of money, it's $4 million a year, so you can move that around enough to make it work. I'm definitely Brian Burke's a savage. That guy.
Is he on an expiring contract or he's
1-year deal? That's it.
That's it.
So he's a former. He scored 30 goals last year. He's struggling a little bit, but he's not doing what he used to.
That's exactly like the kind of guy you take a flyer on. No, see if you can get a little catch a little light in the bottle.
Hell yeah, bro! If you need a little bit of some fucking depth, not even depth, he's a top 6 guy. That's why if I'm the Islanders, they're good top to bottom, all 4 lines can skate and shit.
But the Islanders can always use scoring. I mean,
100%.
Other than Barzell and a couple of other guys,
they bank on fucking Eberle's good too, I guess, but they bank on if you're banking on Pajot to fucking get you almost a point a game, which he's getting close to that. He's playing well this year. Is he? I don't know. Is he going to be consistent at that? I don't know. So you would love a fucking nice sniper.
Yeah.
Why not? $4 million. They have the room for it. So if I'm Lamoriello, the fucking genius, I would be all over that.
You love this guy. You really hate him.
But people sweat him. I know.
I know. You think he's a dinosaur, right? He is kind of a dinosaur.
He had a rule that no one can wear over the number 35.
No, I didn't know that. I know he has some weird rules.
Get out of here.
Yeah, I know he has some weird rules. Yeah, I heard of that.
Come on, bro. Come on, stop. I'm not saying he's probably a good GM, right? He's won cups.
Obviously. I mean, everywhere he goes, he kind of turns
stuff. Maple Leafs, no. But okay.
No, maybe not the Maple. But the Devils and the Islanders.
Yeah, no, I get it.
He created a dynasty, bro.
I know, but the Devils stunk the last 10 years. Let's be fucking real here.
Right.
But I guess whatever. You mortgage the future to win, right? It's what it is. Right. It's what you do. That's why we're going to send 5 players to Buffalo for Eichel. That's what's going to happen. They're going to have a full...
Because we need to win right now, right? We need to win right now.
So
send everybody out.
Not even a forward line, a full line. So 3 forwards and 2 defenders.
Yo, play that clip. Did you get it up?
No.
I sent you that clip on the. There was a podcast that had Tony Amonte. Like, I don't even know. Did you even watch the Rangers when Tony Amonte was a Ranger?
No.
No, right? Like this guy was a really good player. He was a young stud goal scorer, like the future of the team.
And Keenan was a fucking dickhead to him, right?
And in 94, I think Keenan hurt his feelings a couple of times, right?
Can you tag me in it so I can put it up?
Huh?
Is it possible? Can you tag me in it?
Let me see if I can find it really quick. Well, I mean, like this guy Keenan was obviously like he was known. Let me see. I sent it to your email, bro, didn't I?
No.
No? I mean, I didn't text it to you?
You texted it.
Fuck you, whatever.
I got it. Keep talking. Mike Keenan.
So this guy Keenan was obviously notorious, right? Like for being a hard on, like a real like dick. Like tried to play mind games with his players, you know, to get the most out of them, I guess.
Like Babcock.
You know? And like a total egomaniac. Yeah, like Babcock, right? I heard similar stories about him. But he didn't get along with a lot of the younger like some of the younger players. Like I know he didn't get along with Mike Gartner, who was like one of our top goal scorers. Like this guy, Mike Gartner, was like a 40 goal scorer for 9 seasons. And he got rid of him because he didn't like him. Like he's one of those coaches that
you're a fucking jerk off.
He's one of those coaches that values grit over skill.
Sure. And
if you don't have enough grit, like you got everybody, not everybody's Mark Messier that they can score goals and like, you know, rack up goals and assists and also, you know, throw down. I mean, you're going to have a couple of guys, you know, that are fancy.
I only imagine how many times.
Sorry.
You got it?
Yeah. So he likes grinders and he hates on fucking skilled guys, basically. If he doesn't like you, he's going to be a total fucking jerk off to you.
Yeah. Play the clip though, because
what podcast is this on?
I don't know. You want to give him credit?
The Cam and Strick podcast. I think it's Cam Jensen, right? Yeah, Cam Jensen and Andy Strickland. Cam Jensen's funny. He was on Chicklets like a year ago. Mad funny interview.
I think I heard it. Yeah, actually, I think I heard it.
So Keenan. So he brings you into his office. I can only imagine how many times he did that. And so what's the story? He had all the players written on a whiteboard and he ranked you among the other players. Like, take it from there.
Yes, you're exactly right. So you got Messier at the top, you know, Adam Graves 2, you know, Esa Tikkanen 5. Yeah. And then you go down the line and, you know, Sergei Nemchinov, and they just keep going and going. And he's like, I got you at the bottom. I'm on the bottom of the list. And he says, hey, stand up. So I stand up. He goes, go over to the board. Tell me where you think you should be.
I hate that accent though, bro.
You know, is this a trick question? But I think I should be maybe right here, right under.
What the fuck?
Under Messier, between Messier and Graves, 1 and 2. He's like, fuck no, sit the fuck down. You're just a rich fucking prick from Boston. Your family just gives you everything. You're a private school bitch. And basically I said, fuck you. You know nothing about me, my family, my father, how much money we never had when I was growing up. I said, you're a fucking asshole. And that was the last straw when he brought my father up and saying I'm a rich kid. Fuck, we didn't have 2 nickels to put together when I was growing up. I used to beg my father for a quarter to run to the store and get like a piece of bubble gum. But, you know, he just assumed that he knew everything about everyone, and that's why he's a dick.
That ending is the best, bro. Like, perfect. I mean, I think they've had stories of him in KHL on Spittin' Chicklets, like where this guy's just an absolute fucking lunatic, like just a piece of shit jerk off.
This guy made enemies with everybody. Like everybody he got into, like, you know, that he got close to. So then what happened? He got blacklisted and went over to the KHL. Yeah. Basically something like that.
Yeah.
I remember he was on the broadcast, on the Ranger MSG broadcast a couple of years ago, right? When the Rangers had a good team, they brought him in as like one of the color guys. It lasted like half a season, I think, and all of a sudden I didn't see him anymore.
He just got
the guy's just, I don't know. The guy's just an asshole, bro.
What's the story? Can you imagine? Is there any story back behind that?
Can you imagine, like, put that into like today, like context with like today's team? Like, you know, imagine like Kako comes in or like not Kako, Lafreniere, whoever you want to say. He comes into the locker room and like this guy's got all the guys. He's got Panarin, he's got Mika, everybody on the board. He's like, "Where do you fit in over here, you piece of shit? Like, what do you do?
What a
Are
sad.
you kidding?"
Oh my god.
Listen, I'm all for ripping into your guys if they're not playing right, if they're not hustling, whatever. But like this guy, from the way like you get these stories, the way you hear these stories, like he just did it just to do it sometimes, because maybe you were too flashy for him, or you didn't throw down because one of your Messier got checked. You didn't throw down because you're on the same line. You didn't like grab him or whatever.
Right.
I don't like that.
I think he's just a jerk off, bro. I think like there's guys like guys like this. I know
He's
guys
an
like
egomaniac, dude. If it's not his
Yeah.
way, it's the highway, right? Something like that.
like just people that are completely impossible to fucking deal with.
Well, I just thought that was a hysterical story.
Yeah, that was meant. What
So
an
I
asshole.
Yeah, I love Tony Monte. I remember him being on the team. That year was crazy. They traded away Monte, Gardner, James Patrick, Darren Turcotte, like all these players, dude, like real studs, like some young, some older, but like studs. They traded them all away just to get like guys that had been there before,
Right.
really guys that had done it. Like annoying, like really annoying. Because like I think, in my opinion, it mortgaged a little bit the future of that team. Maybe they could have won a couple more, or maybe they wouldn't have won in '94. Who knows?
Right. Yeah, I don't know. Like that way of coaching, I think is out the window. Like you said, exactly how you said it. To bust balls when you need to, like when people are fucking dicking around. But like just to fucking hate a guy on spec, like just because he's from here or from there. That's like you're supposed to be a smart guy. You're supposed to be a leader. Like how the fuck does that compute when you're just a piece of shit?
Yeah, no. If there's a reason behind it, maybe there is. Sometimes you don't know. If there's a reason behind the disciplinary action, fine, of course. By all means, that's what your job is. But like, if it's just because it's not done the way you specifically want, like that's just terrible leadership. And
Well, listen, Tortorella's he's like one of the last guys like that because everyone's talking about how they're handling Line A, and like they're trying to make him like a 200-foot power forward.
Right.
Meanwhile, this kid's just a fucking sniper. Like
he just wants to score goals and play video games or whatever.
He is what he is, right? And let him do what he does. Like he could probably score 35 goals, like just not even trying, if you played him the right way, like how you play Ovechkin, like how that's done. Do it that
trying
way.
To turn him into like Rick Nash or something.
Trying to turn him into Pierre-Loup Dubois. That's what he's trying to turn him into. He's trying to
trade him. Why would you trade him away? Because he didn't want to be there.
Yeah, he's trying to turn him into, like you said, like a 200-foot, Rick Nash.
Right.
Kreider can't. Doesn't really have the skill. He's got the speed, but
listen, the player, you can't change what he is. Like, especially like he knows he's a superstar. He's got a big contract. He's got a big ego. He's already scored I think in his rookie year, he scored 40 goals. This guy, right? He knows what he is. He scores in bunches, right? He can go cold for a little while, but then he can score 3 or 4 in a night, and lead your team. You can't trade. How do you turn these guys around? Like, especially with the way he does it. Like, he's not gonna what's the word? He's not going to respond to that kind of.
Oh yeah.
I feel like like those kind of players that are so set in their ways, like they're older already. You're not. What are you trying to develop him still? He's done. That's what he is. He is what he is.
I kind of don't blame.
Embrace him and use him that way.
Also, like I remember there was some anecdote that I don't know if it was Micheletti or whoever was talking about when Quinn hit up Tortorella about Panarin, our Lord and Savior, and Tortorella said that he's the guy he's the best tired looking player I've ever seen, because how Panarin like goes to the bench, he looks like he's or whatever. Like, guys,
he really said that?
Yeah, like this guy's over a point per game. Your fucking team offered him the moon and back, right, to sign him to a maximum extension. He bounced, and like you're just chirping him. Like, what are you fuck you, dude?
That's actually really funny, to be honest with you, because I floated a couple times, like when anytime his shift goes over like a minute, like 20, a minute 10, a minute 20, like he crawls back to the bench.
Yeah, dude. I know. He's a little dramatic.
Yeah.
But he's nice. Like, so fuck
off.
But
he's amazing. So who gives a shit? Yeah. Exactly.
Like what Tortorella's going to try and make fucking Panarin like Mika, like a 200-foot fucking.
Obviously, he's not saying that if he's still on his team, bro, because that's He's not going to
What do you
treat who. What's his name? Tortorella. He's not making that comment if he's still with the.
Oh yeah, no shot. And I mean, listen, I know like Columbus has a ton of good guys that just dip out. And like, okay, yeah, fine. Columbus, Ohio isn't like fucking New York or LA or wherever. I mean, let's relax. It's not fucking Buffalo or some. It's not like some that bad. You know what I mean? It's got to be Tortorella. Don't tell me it's not. Like, I get like there's a place for that kind of coaching, but you got to adapt too, dude. Like, you can't just be this dickhead forever.
Yeah, that's why I thought like, it's not a bad idea when you want to get a new coach to get somebody that's a little bit younger that can relate to the players that he's coaching. Like these guys that, Tortorella is not old, but this new generation, do they really respond do they respond the way that like the guys like, I don't know, Dubinsky and Stepan and the guys that he coached, are they going to really respond that way? I don't know, man. I don't know. I know hockey's a little different. Hockey's not the NBA where you got to like, where LeBron is coaching the team and you got to watch what you say, where you're stepping. Like hockey's still not like that.
Right.
But at the same time, like the really good players, if they want to force a trade or force some kind of a move, they'll do it. They'll be able to do it. Like you see it happening. You saw what happened with Fox. Fox never played an NHL game, forced his way out of a team.
Yeah.
To go play with the Rangers.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there's
not the same situation, but I'm just saying they have that.
Well, listen, look at the Pittsburgh Pens. They've had how many coaches in the last 10, 12 years since Crosby's, Crosby, they stunk in the first year and then they started playing well. But how many coaches have they had?
Is this their second or third?
I think it's their third.
It's their third, right?
So, I mean, like, even there where they're winners, Washington Capitals.
Yeah.
They're perennial winners. All right, they didn't win this cup for fucking.
They only won one. Yeah.
I mean, listen, one's better than nothing, bro. And they've been in the game every fucking year. So you would assume, like, a coach, you're secure, And even the guy, when they won, the guy dipped. What's his face? Fucking Trotz.
Yeah. No, the NHL has a lot of turnover. Like the coaching lifespan in the NHL is what, like 2-3 years, like on average.
That's crazy to me.
Isn't it? It's something like that. Like the turnover is crazy.
I get it if you're a shit team. I get it, but like the Golden Knights fucking fired their coach.
I know, which is insane.
Like, what the fuck are you guys?
Everybody Gallant, right? Everybody was up his ass. They loved him.
Crazy.
And then out of nowhere,
Calgary. Calgary struggles big time. Like whatever. Sutter's gonna get fucking bounced too.
Yeah. So
if I were the Rangers, I would not hesitate to like just give a call to Calgary, see how John Hawk's doing, just see how he's doing, take their temperature.
So they're out of it, right? They're done?
I don't know. I think it's pretty tight because that last fourth seed, I think it's close. It's not like completely out of the race.
What's happening with Vancouver now? So they're not playing. There's no way they're playing for a while, right? 19 cases or something like that.
That's just players. And they have staff and coaches.
They have coaching and staff also. And like
it's over 20.
It's this. What do they got? The Brazilian variant over there?
Yeah, I guess.
Something like that. They're calling it the Brazilian variant. It's like super contagious. So they're saying their families all have it too. So it's spreading like wildfire, which is crazy, because it must be something different because with the amount of testing that the NHL does, like everybody's getting tested every day, basically, right? Something like that.
I think, yeah.
So if you're testing every day and you still can't stop an outbreak like that, like Rangers have had a couple of guys get COVID, whatever. Throughout the Kako had it. Who else had it? Hedl had it. Like they were able to. Who?
The whole coaching staff had it.
Right, the coaching staff. They were able to isolate it and not have one of these major outbreaks so knock on wood, they haven't even had to cancel a game yet.
Right. Yeah.
Vancouver, for whatever went wrong, whatever they got, I mean, it spread like crazy.
Yeah, they must have done something. They must have been like a team function or something, right? Like,
so we're getting close to the end of the season, right? And if they're not able to play out these games, if they're going to be canceled for a week or 2 weeks, it's going to be hard to fit in 8 games. No, it's not going to be 8 games, but let's say like even 5 or 6 games. It's going to be hard to squeeze those in at the end of the season or in the season. I think somebody mentioned that I saw it on a podcast or online if they can't get the games in, they go to winning percentage. Did you see that also?
Yeah, I saw that too. I mean,
So,
they already pushed it back to the end of the season, like the time, like the date. So
well, that's what they did last year, right? We didn't finish the season, so they went based off of winning percentage, right?
yeah, no, but I mean this year, because how many teams like Dallas missed games? They postponed games. Jersey missed postponed games. So like they moved it like back like 4 or 5 days.
Did Buffalo too? I felt like did Buffalo also miss it?
Buffalo,
I thought they did. Maybe not. Okay, I think
maybe.
maybe they were like in danger of missing games, but I don't
So
remember.
yeah, if it's like 6 games and it's already like super jam packed, like
And they're
it's
making
gonna
it sound
suck.
like it's desperate. Like they're gonna have to take desperate measures up there. Like it's not a good situation. So
Right. Whatever, man. It's got to grind. Also, Dallas has a little bit of like a couple guys are in COVID protocol, but like even the coach, the guy Bonus, he was in COVID protocol, but he got the vaccine.
he had the vaccine already, and he's in protocol.
Yeah, and Kudobin, he got tested positive, but it was a false positive. He came back. He got the vaccine. America's got the vaccine a lot faster than Canada, I guess. But
Right.
so a lot of these guys are getting it now. But Hudobin, yeah, he got the vaccine. He tested positive on the PCR, but they said it was a false positive, and he's back with the team now.
Oh, all right.
So
I think after you get a false positive, you just take a couple of tests, and if you're negative, right,
Yeah.
you're in. You're good
What's
to go.
funny is like, because I saw it on NHL.com, it says like the bone is still on COVID protocol. And like Elliot Freeman wrote that, like, yeah, he got vaccinated and shit, so they're assuming it's a false positive. So say it on NHL.com. Like, is it protocol? Is he have it? Does he not have it? Like, what the fuck is the story? Enough with this cloak and dagger shit, bro.
Is it like a players association kind of thing? Like, is it like a union thing where this is what they agree?
I wouldn't be surprised if they did. Yeah.
If this is what they agreed upon, like not to release the specifics about whether the person has it or
yeah, I wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah.
But, also these fucking GMs and presidents, they're all fucking, cloak and dagger, upper body, lower body bullshit.
I know they love it.
Is that part of a PA thing? Like, that's who brought that bullshit in?
No. They love it. It's called, what do they call that? Gamesmanship. They think it's like strategy.
Yeah, you know what? They're just so up their own asses that they need to get over themselves. I'm being completely honest with you. I'm sorry.
Eventually, like as the NHL comes closer and closer to like embracing the gambling thing, I think, like we discussed this earlier in like the podcast, excuse me. But eventually they're gonna have to be more transparent with this shit, no?
Yeah, I would think so. I mean, gambling still goes on now, but like you would think there'd be some kind of push for that a little bit, but who knows, man? Who fucking knows?
Yeah.
Like, who knows? Probably not. I wouldn't be surprised because like gambling is, pretty much here. And every fucking Ranger game and Islander game and Jersey game, you see fucking gambling ads like nonstop.
Right. It's like a lot.
So
like you can still place a bet in the middle of the game.
It's not even legal yet here in New York.
Yeah.
It's just specifically for Jersey and PA.
Yep.
So, and they're still running fucking ads. I mean, they're trying to form beachheads basically in the market. Like, we're here now. So when New York's on the precipice of okaying mobile gambling,
right?
Sports betting. So like they're going to be ready to rock.
They want to be ready for it, right? They want to be ready for it, which they are. Right.
Shit, fuck yeah, bro. FanDuel and DraftKings, they spend so much fucking money on ads and shit. Forget it. Like they probably don't even make a profit because they spend so much money on ads.
And I think they invested a lot of money into like the legal team that was fighting to get it legalized, right? I believe.
For sure. I'm sure they have teams in like literally every state legislator that's pushing this. You know what I mean? That doesn't have it yet.
Yeah, I can't even imagine.
New York, they're probably lobbying the shit out of New York.
The major markets.
Illinois just allowed it. So like, they were probably there forever. They're probably in every fucking state trying to get it to go because federally it's not allowed yet. So it's like the weed, right? Like weed is
right.
Okay in most states, New York now too, like, but federally it's still illegal. So it's like that fucking mush. Makes no sense. And that's that, you know what I mean? What else you got?
I got nothing else, dude. I gave you like I think I wrote down like when Gosper was waived. Not a huge story or anything like that. Just a little weird. But they picked him up again. And he scored. You saw that?
Yeah, what a shocker.
They actually had to claim him back off the waivers, and they put him in the lineup, and he scored, I think, tonight or last night.
That's hilarious. My guy Galchenyuk scored his first goal. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Fucking Kyle Dubas is the best GM in sports in NHL.
You say that he has like 4 points in his first like 8 games or something?
Yeah. Yeah.
So he's doing all right.
Yeah, listen, he's supposedly he's playing like real tough too, like an edge.
Yeah.
Love to see that. Yeah, you love to see that.
He's pissed off.
I listen, bro. I'd be pissed off too. Like he literally like does not get a chance. It's fucking crazy, right? Like
I really don't. I really don't get the hate. There must be something out there. Maybe I don't know. There's something we don't know.
Because you can't see this guy like let's say going to the KHL and just scoring 35 goals there.
100%. Like he's got a lot of. I used to hate playing against him. I thought he used to be a pest. He's one of those guys that's like really skilled, and like he's going to score against the Rangers. To be honest with you.
And that's that. I think I had something else I wanted to talk about, but I totally forgot. Whatever. The Canadians are all fucked up. They're all beat up. Price is hurt. Gallagher broke his thumb. So, stud. You know who's a stud in Carolina I want to tell you about? The guy Necas.
Oh, yeah.
He's a stud.
How do you say that? Necas
or something? Yeah.
Yeah. He's a stud. You're right.
They're good, bro. They're good. Brady Shea pounds people's faces, too, by the way.
Yeah,
those fucking hits, bro.
You miss him?
I don't miss that cap hit though. To be
you missed the cap hit. I mean, it was it was an okay cap hit. I mean, it wasn't great.
It's like 5-4.
And he would have a lot of a lot of mind farts.
Right.
Like he would have a lot of lapses in concentration that turned into like negative plays for us. But overall, I liked Brady Shea. I mean, I liked also what we got for him. It was a nice little first round pick. I mean, I'm not sure. And we'll see what that player turns into, what that prospect turns into. That's what we got. We used that pick for Braden Schneider, right?
Yeah.
Second first rounder last year. We'll see.
So, yeah, that's it. The Rangers are the best team in hockey.
I mean, listen, we don't start off as shitty as we did with the player. You know, we don't start off with losing Mika, losing Panarin, losing D'Angelo. Igor gets hurt. This could have been a different year.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but even going into it, you said, it's still the rebuild next year.
I know, but it would have been.
When I had higher hopes than you did, I wanted it. Like I thought, they'd be battling for playoff, maybe being a playoff, which they are battling, I guess, still. But
it wouldn't be fun to watch this team in a 7-game series. In a 7-game series, like obviously they'd be playing top, a top opponent, but we play all the top teams hard anyway.
Fuck yeah, I would love it.
Bro. We beat the Caps. Bring
the Capitals on. We play them hard.
We play them hard, dude. Like I don't see. There's not a team out there that I don't think we can match up with. I mean, it wouldn't be easy.
No,
but I think we could surprise teams. I think we'd. Yeah, I know we can surprise them next year, and I think we can surprise them this year if we just didn't start the way we did.
Also, Booch with a quick 2 points by the end of this game. Fucking get
Strome again,
bro.
Strome again, your boy. 2 points.
Strome played well, and but Booch's scores were like at the end where it was like,
I know he's tacking them on. He's tagging them on.
Adding those fucking stats. He's gonna want. I can't wait. wish I could be in that room during arbitration when they're like, we want $7.5 million, and like Gordon and the rest of them just laugh in their face. Are you fucking crazy? You want to go to Buffalo? Because that's where you're gonna go, bud. You want to do that? Do you want to do that? Because we'll send you there.
There's not enough room for that many Russians on this team. No, Bush is the man.
He's playing
awesome.
Yeah, he's fucking playing great. Listen, 5.5.
Yeah, we're gonna do 5.5. I mean, he's gonna want 6.5.
Yeah, we meet at 5.5.
That's it. I'm done.
And then he's gonna score 35 points next year.
Maybe he just wants to stay with his brothers over here, bro. His comrade.
I'm sure he's probably comfortable. Panarin and now Kravtsov, but Panarin's the man. He just brings joy in everyone's life,
Yeah, he looks happy out there.
I love him. And that's the show. It's Artemi's Breadbasket. Like and subscribe on YouTube if you're watching on. We're going to start shooting them up on Facebook too, right?
Let's do it. That's what we said.
Yeah, so, and if you're listening to us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, rate and review it there. Tell your friends the best thing you could possibly do, share it. And that's it. George, I love you.
I love you too as well. Let's hope that the Rangers play a little tight Thursday. Let's like tighten up that defense. Let's get a little win streak going, no?
I would love a nice little win streak, to be frank.
But all that really matters is that Artemi has another couple of points, and then the kids develop.
He's flirting with a
They
record.
entertain us.
He's flirting with the record for the most points by a Ranger in his first
I
100
saw
games.
that. I wanted to say that. Yeah. He's got in 96 games played, so he's got 4 games still to reach it. He only needs 2 more points. He's got 135. Messi's got 137.
Is Messier good? I don't know.
He's gonna do it.
Is that pretty good?
I like Kazakhstan.
4 more.
Maria
He's got 4 more games to score 3 points. He can do that. He can do that Thursday night.
He's gonna have 6 points.
Come to Russia for weekend. Oh, my friend.
We love you guys.
Watch the record. He's gonna nobody. That's a sick. Look at that top. Look at that top. It's Messier, Yager. I don't know who the hell Mike Rogers is. 81. Before I was born.
He's the boss. He's the truth.
Gretzky's on the list too. Gretzky had 117.
Wayne Gretzky any good?
He's already past Gretzky.
I know. The rearview mirror Gretzky.
All right, so next time we podcast, he's gonna be the record holder.
Oh yeah, that's right. And we're gonna be on a 4-game winning streak.
Most points in 100 games in New York Ranger history. Artemi Panarin.
I love him.
He'll be there.
He stepped up. He took his game to another level. You understand?
How long ago does that whole controversy seem like? It seems like ages ago. Like it never even happened, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't remember I don't even know what you're referring to.
No.
You so sexy Russian girl, прыгай в мой фургон танцпол. Drink shots, fireball, drink, eat ball. Dance all the night, guys.